Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So this is an important topic that I want to talk about. It's happening in Korea right now, and it's happening in other exchanges. Will it happen in the United States and in other places around the world? This is involving Coin One, and they're going to stop withdrawals to unverified external wallets. I think most of our wallets would be unverified because obviously, like our external wallet, whether it's our Yoroi wallet, whether it's Atomic wallet, whether it's Daedalus or VeChain Tor wallet, they would be considered unverified because they don't really have our KYC AML information on our wallet. And if you have things in Coin One, you cannot withdraw to those wallets because they don't have the information, so they cannot know that if you're not using the funds for illegal purposes. This is from Cointelegraph. And basically, Coin One, which is in Korea, they want to verify users' names and resident or registration details to ensure crypto transactions were not used for illegal activities. Now, this is different from a bank because if you want to withdraw from a bank and withdraw cash, you have to go into the bank. Therefore, they know who you are. Also, if you want to transfer funds from an account to another, then obviously all bank accounts are generally KYC'd, at least here in the United States, so they know who you are. With crypto, that's not the case. Most of our wallets are actually anonymous and they don't have the information. But Korea is going to make sure that if you want to withdraw, they will have the information on you. And it's not only Coin One. Many exchanges like BitThumb, which is huge in Europe, I believe, have announced stricter and stronger KYC and anti-money laundering, or AML, checks in response to Korean lawmakers' push to regulate crypto. Actually, no, BitThumb's Korean, sorry. So Korea is doing this. And I think, I do think the US will follow in step sometime because these exchanges are actually custodians. They do hold your crypto, unlike DeFi protocols and developers and software developers that don't have anything to do with you for the most part. Exchanges do actually hold your money for you, and they will be required to do KYC AML. Now the question is, will they actually require KYC AML to people who are actually importing money as well? Or probably not, because if you're importing money into their exchange, you're on their exchange, and the exchange is KYC AML. But if you want to withdraw that money, you will probably have to do KYC AML onto the wallets that you're withdrawing to. And that could restrict the number of addresses that we could actually send money to as well. So that's kind of like they're trying to build out a network for crypto where they know each and every address so that you can't get away with money laundering, tax evasion, or basically keeping transactions private. Now, they don't actually care what you're spending the money on or in what manner you're using the money. I guess they're just going to flag essentially like huge transfers of money to places that they don't actually know. But like if you buy a bunch of peanut butter from Walmart, they're not going to care that you bought a bunch of peanut butter from Walmart with crypto. That's not really the purpose of their data. But, it does violate privacy for a lot of people. Now, the other thing is it could take a lot of time. If you're doing that much KYC AML, it could actually take a ton of time. And the thing is, it's just an obstacle for me. I don't like this, not so much because I care about the KYC AML process, because it takes time to verify everything. And if I want to withdraw to more than one address and I have several crypto accounts, or I have several crypto wallets, if they do it in the United States, I would have to register every one of those addresses, and it's just not a lot of trouble. I don't really care if they know where I transfer money. That's irrelevant to me because I'm not really hiding anything, and all I'm really doing is trying to use crypto to make money anyways, so I don't really care all that much. I report all my taxes anyways. But the thing is, it would be a lot of trouble for me, and it would take, a lot of time. So I'm actually against it for that particular reason, because it's just a lot of trouble. And also, but I know a lot of people are going to be up against it, and they're going to try to go to DEXs, which don't do KYC AML. But remember, DEXs don't really have fiat liquidity. So unless, gateways start accepting crypto by itself without converting to fiat, you're kind of out of luck. And the thing is, even if one of the major card providers or merchants start accepting crypto, they're going to actually want to do KYC AML at that. So when you actually spend your crypto and give it to them, they'll have track of who actually spent it. I think the government's going to enforce that on merchants, and they can do that. So they can do so on merchant businesses. They will like if it gets too bad on the dexes, they will probably start geofencing dexes. So I can see this becoming a major problem. Now this does go back to that bill because remember they basically excluded DeFi protocols, they excluded software developers, they excluded hardware developers. And they excluded validators on it, but they did not exclude exchanges. And remember, centralized exchanges is where all the fiat liquidity is. And without the centralized exchanges, so if you don't comply with KYC AML, you will never, ever be able to cash out for actual money or fiat. And you might have trouble actually using the crypto. And like I said, if you make large purchases in crypto, those merchants or those sellers, like if you buy a lot of real estate in like New York City, the seller of that real estate is going to want to do KYC AML, so you won't be able to get away with it anyways. So this could be a huge, huge blow to privacy because remember, this money's not really all that useful if you can't actually use the crypto money for anything. And that's kind of, I think, what the government's trying to do. They're trying to make it so like, yes, you can transfer this money around, but when you actually want to buy stuff with it, you will not be able to do so because if you buy directly with crypto, those outlets are going to want a KYC AML. And B, if you want to cash out into fiat, that's going to be KYC AML too. So I think like the South Korean exchange Coin One limiting withdrawals to verified wallets is part of that process, and the US might actually follow along. Also, this favors the exchanges because it just provides like extra trouble, and this may actually just make a lot of people like keep money on the exchanges. Now, the only thing I do on the centralized exchanges is to basically cash out. If I want to, if I want to yield farm or anything, I'm just gonna keep it in my private wallet, and then when I actually cash out, I go to the centralized exchanges to cash out, and of course, I record all the tax transactions and stuff like that, and I pay my taxes as best as I can because a lot of the tax guidance for crypto still sucks. But right now, like I do think like the privacy advocates are going to have a field day over this, but inevitably, I think this is the way that crypto is heading. So let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.